What is going on, my friends? Cubs fan Han here for another Galaxy of Heroes video. Happy Sunday morning, everyone. We got one more day left of the weekend. I hope you guys don't have a premature case of the Mondays. This is my first Sunday, our first Sunday without football. Oh my gosh. If any of you in America after this, I always go into this like coma after the Super Bowl where I'm just so depressed. Baseball season hasn't started yet. Basketball is great, but no football. Hopefully the XFL is good. Am I right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's talk about some leaks. Maybe leaks. We have got janky Discord screenshots circulating, ladies and gentlemen, potentially leaking some information on what the requirements are going to be for Rey in particular. I did not find anything about Kylo, but this information on Rey, if true, is pretty much like if you're not a noob or Kraken, just get out of here. Just don't even think about it. Now, a huge disclaimer. This is a leak. I don't know if it's real. I do not know the credibility. Don't yell at me if this is not true. This is for those of us out there that just want to see, what could we be looking at. In the past, though, a lot of these things have come to pass. So let's look at this. Here's what we got. Here's the bad news, ladies and gentlemen. So we already have Rey, Relic 7. Obviously, we know that. Finn, Relic 5. Trooper, Relic 5. And then here's where it gets interesting. Rey Scavenger, Relic 2. BB-8, Relic 2. R2-D2, number 2. That's phase 2 out of 4, I guess. Okay, kind of not too bad. But then this is where it gets real fun. Resistance Hero Finn and Poe, Relic 5. All right, brand new characters, Relic 5, and Rose Tico. Oh, how many of you are like, no, not the Rose Tico? Oh, man. I actually, when it comes to this part of the leak, so-called leak, very, very disclaimer, all right? This is being shared around Discord. It looks like, based on the top here, it says, just to recap what the current requirements are. These are subject to change. Please send feedback in beta feedback. That kind of makes me feel a little bit unsure about the credibility of this, by the way, because if this is Capital Games, if they've got some kind of Discord server, which I thought that I think that their beta server is on Slack, not on Discord. Once upon a time, I was in that server. This is not on Slack. This is clearly Discord. So, and also, if they were sharing this with beta testers, I don't feel like they would ask for feedback. They'd just be like, this is what it is. And sharing it when there's, obviously subject to change kind of makes me feel like this is not necessarily the case. But, as with everything leak-oriented, take with a grain of salt. But Rose Teak, I think all of this up to here kind of makes sense, but this is where it really gets fun. 4 out of 4, we've got the Radis at 7-star, and they're assuming here that's going to be Haldo's Radis. Poe Dameron's X-Wing 7-star, no big deal. Resistance X-Wing, no big deal. But Zorii Bliss, Y-Wing at 7-star. And so if that's true, we'll have 2 new ship units that must be formed to 7 stars just to unlock Rey. 2 new ship units. So anyway, that is what we found here about the Galactic Legends. Now, if I'm going to bet here, I do not think that this is legit, but it is something to be aware of. I would actually really like it if Zorii Bliss came to this game. I think she's a character kind of like Emphas Nest, where it's like she packs that cool factor, like the cool mask and everything, cool look, maybe a little underutilized in the show. Zorii Bliss more so. I really felt like they could have done more with Zorii Bliss. I really wanted more with that character personally. Nest, pretty good, I really like Nest in solo. But Zorii Bliss would be pretty cool. I think that's kind of a realistic, like this, it feels like an educated guess to me more than an actual leak. Probably more so than anything because I really do not understand why. I mean, you guys know Capital Games, right? We know Capital Games. Did you guys see, tell me, come with me, come in here. Do you see Capital Games asking for feedback about something like this? I do not. I think they would say this is the requirements. But we'll have to wait and see. It could be legit. I don't think that this is an actual leak. What I do think is likely, obviously we know these top requirements are true. Ray Scavenger, BB-8, R2-D2. Pretty high probability, I'd say, especially for Ray Scavenger. Well, actually, honestly, I don't know if Ray Scavenger makes sense because well, maybe we'd use both Rays. I don't know. Resistance Zero, Finn and Poe, though, that's an absolute must. Whether there'll be Relic 5 or not, I don't know. It feels to me like, Finn was Relic 5. Relic 5 probably makes sense if that's going to be, maybe Ray's the only Relic 7 requirement. I'm not sure or not. So all of this really makes sense. I think Rose Tico makes sense, especially because she's kind of an underutilized character, somebody that a lot of people don't want to farm out there, mostly because people just don't like The Last Jedi is pretty much what that comes down to. But the Radis, we know that's coming. So this is actually a very educated guess. The only real legitimate stab in the dark here is Zorii Bliss's Y-Wing. So that to me, a Y-Wing, Zorii Bliss's Y-Wing would be dope. The Radis makes a ton of sense though. And so I would say if you're looking at this, trying to prepare for this event and you want to know if you should, be influenced by this, I'm going to say I wouldn't worry about this screenshot just yet. I think Capital Games also is probably going to be announcing a lot more in the coming week on this. They were really silent this week. We know that these are coming towards the end of March, and so they're going to start announcing more things here pretty soon. It seems to be pretty much all they're focused on for this financial quarter. But if you want to take something from this, you already know to farm Ray, you know to farm Finn, you know to farm Resistance Trooper. I think you're pretty safe to go for BB-8. Because BB-8's kind of strongly tied to Ray. R2-D2 and Ray Scavenger, I'd say, are lower percentage, but good chance that they're going to be used too. Finn and Poe, Resistance Hero Finn and Poe, absolute must. There's no way they don't utilize those. And Rose Tico, I also think is very high probability percentage because she's underutilized. And then if we see the Radis, we don't know when that's coming, but it just makes a ton of sense to me that they're going to use ship units for this and they're going to have us have requirements with the Radis in the game. The question is, how are we going to get the Radis? Because to me, like the Negotiator and the Malevolence, there's no possible way to really get that unless you had hoarded. And so I wonder if this is going to be a straight up marquee capital ship. The only ways they've released new capital ships since the initial launch of ships is through a legendary event with the Chimera and through the guild events tokens with the Negotiator and the Malevolence. And so with that knowledge that we are getting the Radis, would that be marquee? Would it be whalable? If that's the case, then I think seeing a 7-star requirement would be pretty likely. Otherwise, I wonder if it's going to be maybe 5 stars instead of 7 stars. We're just going to really have to wait and see. And I'd be disappointed personally if it was Hollow Ship. I know everyone says in the movie Hollow piloted it, but I really see this as an opportunity to bring General Leia into the game. And I would rather, personally, this is just me. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. I would rather see General Leia come to this game than Zorii Bliss, probably. How about both? Let's see both. So anyway, that's going to do it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Any other grumblings you guys have been hearing. I'll be sure to update you guys on what I'm seeing and whether or not I feel like it's something to panic about or, cast aside. This is something I think we can cast aside as good, honest speculation that is trying to masquerade as a quote-unquote leak. But I think it's, really at the end of the day, do we need to panic about this? No, because we know it's going to be bad. We already know it's bad. The requirements are going to be super heavy. That's just something we all need to accept right now. Move on with it. And so this is bad enough. I think this looks to be probably about how bad this is going to be. So anyway, kind of is what it is. So again, keep you guys updated. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like. I would very much appreciate it. Those likes absolutely help this channel. And if you have not subscribed to the channel already, hey, I would appreciate it if you dropped a sub. Go check. Are you subscribed yet? If not, hit that subscribe button. I would very much appreciate it. Thank you so much again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me for the video. And as always, my brothers, don't forget